Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is your boy Jonah from the Anime Society, welcoming you to episode 6 of the Anime Society podcast. Along with me is the homie Hunter. What's up, Hunter?
What's going on, everybody?
Today we have got an amazing topic for you guys today. I think you will all find it extremely hype. But first, I wanted to give a big shout out to everybody who has been following our videos, liking, subscribing, following our Instagram page as well. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for the support. We really, really, really appreciate it. So Hunter, you want to take us in, introduce the theme, introduce the topic for today?
Yeah, today's topic is something that we really were looking forward to because it's going to be something a little bit different. It is going to be the moments from anime. And let me tell you something. These are some of the best moments we could really think of. I hope that you guys really enjoy it, and if you see some of these moments, it might actually attract you to go and watch the anime itself. So this also might be a way for you to see an anime and be like, oh wow, I really want to see what leads up to this moment, because these are some of the best moments there are.
If you guys like the video today, please remember to leave a like and let us know in the comments maybe some moments that we missed or moments you'd like to see us talk about in the future. Depending on the feedback that we get from this, we might be willing to do another one of these in the future. So let's get right into it. Hunter, you want to start us off?
Yes, and the first moment we're going to talk about is from the anime One Piece. And it's a good couple hundred episodes already into One Piece, so you're going to have to watch for quite a while. But this has to do with, obviously, the main character, Luffy, and something that they refer to as a celestial dragon in One Piece. Jonah, go into detail a little bit for somebody that doesn't know what a celestial dragon is in One Piece.
Yeah, so in the world of One Piece, there are basically 3 main factions, I guess, that run the world. You have the pirates, you have the Marines, and you have the world government. The Celestial Dragons are the descendants of the people who founded the world government. So they live basically as gods in the world. The entire world reveres them as these holy, untouchable beings that are above everyone else because they are the descendants of the people who were able to conceive the world government that rules everything in the world today. So Celestial Dragons, they are extremely cruel, arrogant, pompous people. I mean, like, literally, they wear like fish bowls on their head so they don't have to breathe the same air as commoners. They owned tons of slaves, and you literally cannot cross them. It is the ultimate taboo to cross a celestial dragon. Even if you walk in front of a celestial dragon on the street, they have every right to kill you without any penalty. And so the situation where Luffy ends up punching one of these is they're on this island called Sabaody, and one of their friends, who's a mermaid, gets stolen because mermaids are worth a ton on the black market. And so Sabaody is famous for having these auction houses for things like slaves, precious jewels, etc. Basically anything that you can find with dirty money, they have. And so Luffy and his crew are going to rescue their friend Kami, the mermaid, from being sold off as a slave. And when they get in the auction house, they find out that a celestial dragon has bid an absurd amount for Kami, the mermaid, as a slave. Basically, one thing leads to another, and this certain celestial dragon ends up shooting one of Luffy's friends, not the mermaid, a different one who was trying to help him out. And my man had just had enough. And so, I mean, we're going to show the clip for you later, but it is literally so hype. I mean, my man walks up on him, does not give an F, and caves this celestial dragon's face in. I mean, it is literally so hype.
And why we're making this one of the biggest moments of anime is because of the weight that came with it. Because of exactly what Jonah just said. Nobody crosses celestial dragons. They're considered gods amongst men. They walk among us, and they're the high and mighty, so nobody can touch them. And why it's a big moment is because Luffy does not care. And it's basically, say you walk up to a leader of a country and just absolutely deck him in the face. How many people in that witness this aren't just gonna be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So this is huge. If you just see it happen, you're just like, oh my god, I cannot believe what I just saw.
It is absurd. Literally, like, that is one of the things I respect the most about Luffy, though. I mean, like, his goofiness can kind of, like, can turn me off sometimes. But when this dude wants the smoke, it is always hype. I mean, my man Luffy always brings it. Nobody in the entire auction house could even fathom that someone would literally, deliberately punch a celestial dragon in the face. You know what I mean? Like, it's just unheard of. And Luffy did it without even thinking twice.
Shh. Omae, その目はなんだい?
やめろ麦おめえらもただじゃ済まねえぞやめてくれ
俺が見えんのかい何する気だあいつ麦わらよ本気かお前もムカつくい
And with that is number 1 of the moments of anime. The next one we're getting ready to talk about is from the anime Attack on Titan. I would put the intro music here, but everybody should know that intro music by now. Yeah, I know. Everybody should know that one. But this has to do another main character in Attack on Titan, Eren Yeager. He is the main character of the anime series, of course. And there are many moments we could talk about from Attack on Titan. And a lot of them really have to do with Eren himself. But this one actually came early in Season 1. And that is when Eren gets eaten by a Titan. Now, if you're just watching the show, and you see that this world is just filled with Titans, and it's all sorts of gloom and hatred and towards the Titans because they just kill and ravage everybody, and you think Eren Yeager and the scouts are going to be the little glimmer of hope, all of that is sucked out in an instant when you see him just get eaten. Because you're like, really? Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe in this world.
Dude, literally, actually, funny story, this last weekend, I was up with my in-laws, and they were like, they had listened to a couple episodes of the podcast, but none of them are anime fans. And so my brother-in-laws were like, dude, like, we should watch an anime, like, introduce us to one that's, like, super intense. And so naturally I was like, let's just watch Attack on Titan, And Eren gets eaten in episode 5. I mean, like, he's literally the main character, the protagonist of the entire series, and you think he's dead. Episode 5. I mean, you should have seen the look on my brother-in-law's faces when it happened. Every single one of them was like, oh, there is no way. Did he really just die? I mean, it like, that moment, I remember when I first watched the series, I probably said, oh, out loud, because I was like, dude, there's no way. They can't axe him off that quick.
Oh, but they tried. And that's one of the great things, though, that comes with Attack on Titan, if you haven't seen the anime. They have cliffhangers for days. They always make you think that something is going to happen, and then they'll flip it on you in an instant, or they'll make you wait till the next episode just to find out, and you have to sit there and wonder. And that's exactly what you could say when Eren got eaten by the Titan, because you're sitting here, literally the same thing you just said, Jonah, is like, he is the main character. Not many anime within the first 5 episodes. It's just like, let's off him. Let's off him. We don't need him.
Dude, I don't think any anime series does that. I don't think a single other one. I don't think I've watched one where the main character like dies or almost dies episode 5.
Yeah, that's something that I don't recommend a lot of anime do unless you have a good
episode
reason.
5.
That is the anime moment number 2. Jonah, go ahead and take number 3.
Number 3, transitioning again to another one of these like hype moments, is from Hunter x Hunter. And this comes right at the very end of the series. And this is a little spoilery territory, so if you haven't watched the series yet, or if you and I guess spoilers turn you off, then plug your ears or skip forward a few minutes. But this is when Gon transforms into his adult form to fight Pito. And this one literally, like, the weight behind this is crazy. First of all, the whole story is around Gon trying to find his dad, right? And so he's going out to journey after journey, place to place, trying to find his dad. And he finally gets a good lead. He finds his dad's former apprentice, Kite. And after a series of events, Kite ends up getting killed. Well, I guess not. Gon didn't think he was totally dead, because Pito, one of the antagonists, I guess, in this arc, said that he was able to revive Kite. But it was really just a lie to buy time. And so when Gon figures out that Pito is lying, and you got to realize that Gon, like, he is very innocent, almost naive at times, very good-natured, pure in heart, forgiving, yada, yada, yada. But when he figures out that Pito has been manipulating and lying to him this whole time, I mean, he snaps. And he literally sacrifices everything in order to temporarily gain immense power in order to fight Pito. And the first time I watched this, I was squealing. Like, I could not, it was so hyped that I literally could not sit still. You know what I mean? I was like, Gon is about to go in.
And I think that's what makes this such an moment in anime, is because if you watch Hunter x Hunter, I always say the X, and I know it's just Hunter x Hunter, but it's just always something that I've said. But if you watch it, you can tell the difference in Killua and Gon, and it's basically that what you just said. Gon is so innocent that you never really, even in fights, you can't tell if he's really serious. The only other fight where you maybe thought he was serious was when he fought Hisoka. But other than that, I mean, nothing has ever really pushed him to that boundary. Killua, you can tell when he gets serious because the assassin in him comes out, and he ends up ripping someone's heart out and shows it to him. That's beside the point. But when Gon got serious because he found out that Kite was just truly dead, that is what made this moment so serious and so impactful, because you didn't know what was coming. You knew Gon had super strength. That was just because of the nin that he had. But for him to be able to then show the true extent of his power, oh my word, your mouth drops. If your mouth doesn't drop when you see the clip we're about to show you, then I really can't help you. There's nothing I can say because mine drops, and I get that kind of funny little smirk on my face every time I see it because I'm like, oh yeah, it's about to go down.
Bro, I literally start cackling. Like, I don't know why my reaction is to start laughing when stuff like this happens, but when a moment is so hype, I literally will just start laughing. And I don't know why, but like this moment, like I said before, I was squealing when it happened. It is. I mean, you're gonna see when we show you the clip. It won't have as much weight if you haven't seen Hunter x Hunter, but for everyone who's seen it and watched, then I mean, what makes it even more double-sided to me is the fact that in the entire Chimera Ant arc, right, you have Meruem, the king of the ants, who's this, ultimate being, almost monster, who throughout the arc he slowly finds his humanity. He finds empathy, he finds understanding, he becomes more human as it goes on.
Yeah.
And then you have Gon, who's like the epitome of the good things about humanity, right? He's kind, he's good-natured, he's forgiving, he's honest. And you see Gon slowly transition into more of a monster because of this rage and hatred that he feels because of the emotional tie that was betrayed. And it creates this really awesome dynamic and makes this moment just absolutely amazing. Amazing? That's not a word. Makes this moment just absolutely incredible.
Another thing that makes that moment really incredible before we move on to the next one and show you the clip is how scared Pito got when Gon finally transformed that he literally said he could not let Gon get near Meruem, who at this point we've all kind of have seen he's probably one of the strongest on the planet at this point because Pito is like, Gon will kill him. Gon will kill him.
Pito was shook. Absolutely shook.
やはり僕は正しかった。やはりこいつの牙は王にも届き得た。
貴様を殺す。
And now, drum roll please. And let me tell you, it's a great one. This will go down in moments in anime history.
History. Oh yeah.
History. And it's one of the most impactful scenes from this anime, and we are talking about original Naruto. Not Naruto Shippuden, original Naruto. And we're talking about one of the... It's not... I don't know if I can consider him one of the main characters, but he's pretty key in the story at this point.
At the beginning of Naruto, I feel like he almost... During the Chunin exams, at least, he was almost like the protagonist.
Yeah, he had his moments.
What I mean?
He had his moments. And with that, we are talking about Rock Lee.
The GOAT!
We're talking about Rock Lee, the Taijutsu master. At the time, he was a year older than everybody else that was taking the Chunin exam. That's because him, Neji, and Tintin failed the year before. So some could say, that was a little bit of an advantage for him. Doesn't matter. But we're going to talk about when Rock Lee and Gaara are facing off in the Chunin exams, and Rock Lee takes it to another level. That is an moment in itself. The weight drop.
Dude, it's literally like when I think about the expression like dropping the mic, like I think in my head I immediately go to Lee dropping the weights. I mean, like, it was so sick because I don't think anybody saw it coming. And
no.
For anyone that's watched Naruto, there's the nostalgia factor, but like even when I go back and watch it now, it's like so hype. I love Rock Lee. Rock Lee was my absolute favorite character growing up.
Yeah.
And Naruto was really like my gateway anime, I guess, into all the anime that I've watched today. It started with Naruto because it would come on, Cartoon Network at night and on the weekends. And so that was really my start into anime, and then eventually I branched out. But Lee was my favorite character because I feel like he personified the narrative that they were trying to push with Naruto more than Naruto did.
Yeah.
At the beginning, they were trying to push this narrative that like Naruto didn't have any talent as a ninja, but he was able to, through sheer willpower, was able to become a great ninja, right? And then you find out later that, yes, he worked hard, but like, was it his hard work or was it him having the nine-tailed fox? It was more so that he had the nine-tailed fox. Whereas Lee literally had no aptitude for anything except regular taijutsu, which is just hand-to-hand combat. He couldn't use any of like the superpowered like ninjutsu and stuff, like blowing fireballs or whatever. So literally through sheer willpower and working out, he pushed himself to becoming an absolute beast. Gaara was this untouchable, he had never been scratched in his life. The sand that he uses automatically protects him, so he had never been touched. And so Lee ends up fighting him, and everyone's like, dude, what is Lee going to be able to do when he can't even use any kind of jutsu? All he can do is use hand-to-hand combat. And he's fighting at the beginning, and he's not really doing that well, whatever. It's kind of like a stalemate, but he's getting pushed back. And so just to flex on everybody, he jumps up to the highest point in the entire arena, and his sensei, my guy's like, all right, Lee, you can take him off. And everyone's kind of like, take what off? So Lee sits down, takes off these ankle weights. Everyone in the stadium's like, what's he going to do by dropping a couple pounds of weight? And he drops them off this thing, and they literally blow up like half the arena. And everyone in the whole arena was like, why the heck was he wearing, 500-pound weights on each foot?
Come on! 俺が許す!
あれって
重しか? なんてベタな修行だ。
なるほど。
くだらねえ。
よーし、これで楽に動けるぞ。いや
少しくらいの重りを外したところでガーラの砂についていけるわけが。
やりすぎでしょ、ガイ。行け！
And that was just a little piece of the extent of Lee's power. And with that, that's going to bring an end to the moments from anime. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you have enjoyed the content as a whole, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're bringing videos to you weekly, and not only that, I know Jonah, he kind of touched on it at the beginning of the episode, but if you want to see another episode like this again, because there are a ton of moments in anime, get in the comments and let us know if that's something that you really liked.
Check us out on Instagram, like, subscribe, like Hunter said. Get in the comments, talk to us. We're very active down there, so if you say something, we will definitely reply to you. And yeah, be on the lookout for our future content.
And with that, we are going to get up out of here. Thank you for listening to the Anime Society, and we will see you next time.
Peace.